Happy January 19th. Woo! um so today was good. It was an overall good day. Work was busy as usual. It's so crazy what a change I've already noticed in myself. I wouldn't consider myself a negative person. And I try to have the best attitude I can, especially at work. And these last few weeks have been up and down, but I have noticed such a change in my attitude and who I am as a person already. And it's crazy to think that I was at one spot when I first started, and now I'm moving away from that spot. And there's a lot in my heart that is changing, and just my attitude, and it's been really awesome to see that. And I've heard it from a couple people, just that they're noticing a change when they interact with me, and which is awesome. And it's not because I'm doing anything, it's just because I've been so focused on spending time with God and creating this pattern of discipline in my life. And it's just been really awesome. And I don't really know what to say. Today I'm just really tired, and I'm pretty out of it. And I'm really thankful it's the weekend. Really thankful that it's Friday. Tomorrow is going to be a good day of cleaning, and I want to do some painting because I love to paint. And no, I'm not good at it, but I love to do it. And yeah, I'm just excited. It's going to be a really good, just relaxing weekend. But anyway, I do have a confession. This morning I chose to sleep in a little bit because my cat has been just waking me up so early, and I was a little overheated last night. So I don't know if anybody else gets overheated when they sleep, or when they're trying to sleep and they just get dizzy. And it wasn't too bad, but it was enough for me to be like, okay, I need to sleep. And sorry, Bruce, but kicked him in the hallway, and I chose to go back to bed instead of reading my Bible. So I didn't really open my Bible until a couple minutes ago, but I've been, praying throughout the day. And I've just kind of been looking over some things that I have highlighted in my Bible, and there's some stuff that I've already shared. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm zoning. There's a verse in Proverbs 19 that says, "Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." And we can plan, and we can try to organize things, and say by this time by this age, I'm gonna be, vice president of a company. And then by this age, I'm gonna be CEO, and then, so on and so forth. It's not up to us. I mean, it is to a certain extent. But, like, we can plan and we can plan and we can plan. But God's plan ultimately plays out in the end, I think. And, and then it just got me thinking, like, I can say I want to do all these things, and there's a couple dreams that I have that I really want to pursue this year. And, they kind of got put to rest for a while, and they're kind of coming back up again. But if, I can make plans, but ultimately it's God's plan that prevails. It's almost like it's not, how do I say this? I want to make sure what I'm doing, that what I am doing is what God has in store and planned for me too. And Bruce is just climbing over everything. And that's kind of been something that's been difficult for me, because I've had these dreams for a while, and, having to maybe put them back to rest for who knows how long is kind of a bummer. Bruce, just because I think they'd be awesome, but, ultimately, like, my purpose here is so other people know about who Jesus is, and, my life is meant to worship God, and I don't want to do anything outside of that. And that's, that's difficult for a lot of people, because we're like, well, this would be so awesome. And yeah, it would be awesome. And, I'm sure it would be fulfilling. But if that's not what God ultimately has for my life, then I don't want to walk down that path. I want to make sure that I am doing what He wants to do. Because ultimately it is about Him. And I've just been thinking about that on and off today, and it's hard because I feel like some of my dreams have been in like in a state of hibernation for a few years, and when they were birthed, it was like crazy, and I was getting ready and getting geared up for them, and God asked me that question again, like, do you trust me? And I was like, well, yeah. Silly question, God. But He asked me to lay those things to rest, and I don't know if those things will. I don't know if you just heard my cat, but he just growled. He has a thing for ladybugs. Anyway. And yes, there's ladybugs in my apartment. But, the fact that these dreams might get put to rest again, and I don't know if I'll ever see them come true, is difficult, but, ultimately my life is God's, and if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, and I'm not going to sit here and whine and complain about it because it's something that, I thought of or whatever. I just want to be obedient to God, and yes. I'm sorry, I'm super out of it. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, and all I can think about, besides what I just shared, is my bed. And how wonderful I'm gonna feel going to bed and knowing I don't have to work tomorrow or Sunday. But anyway, I've rambled on enough. But yeah, just remember that it's more important to be obedient than it is anything else. Something I have heard over and over and over again: obedience is better than sacrifice. Because obedience isn't just an act, it's like a heart. It's a heart thing too. You know, you can listen. This cat. You can obey someone without, putting a heart into it. But the heart, like where your heart is ultimately the sign of obedience. And I totally agree. Obedience is better than sacrifice, because I can give up something, but to be obedient is, I don't know. Anyway, I trust God, and I trust that He knows what He's doing, and that He has my best interest in mind. And I just have to think on that every day, or every time I question, like, God knows what's best. His timing is perfect. There's a season for everything, just like it says in the Bible. So, yes. I have rambled for 11 minutes and 37 seconds now, so it is time to say goodnight. Have a wonderful weekend. Oh, it didn't stop.